Hello and welcome to Dev Theory, a channel of random crap where I unload on the internet. Today, I've got a theory. Go figure. Alright, Rocket League, you've been out for a while and your popularity boggles the mind. Can anyone just see that this is Pong remastered? No? Alright, let's begin by breaking this game down so that you and nearly anyone with a basic handle on algebra can grasp why this game is a version of Pong. Let's lay out our pieces. We have a few pieces to work with here. We have a field, we have 2 goals, we have 2 to 6 cars, and we have a ball. Sure, we could throw in a lot of special gadgetry to make the game seem like it has more to offer, but we'll leave that up to the people who actually sell and buy mods in this game. Anyway, the entire game is run off of collision masks. A collision mask is an ingenious little mechanic that some brilliant mathematicians thought up and some even more ingenious deviants decided would be a good addition to computers. Essentially, you have 4 corners of a square, otherwise known as a face. This face has 4 corners, which really have 4 X, Y, and Z axes. Now we have some numbers that a computer can understand. Therefore, let's apply that to the cars, fields, and ground. The ground has a face called a plane, which is just another face. When a car's X, Y, and Z's are equal or just above equal than the plane, the computer does not allow the value of the car's X, Y, and Z to get any lower than that. This provides us with the illusion that the car is on the ground. Primarily, the car's X is not allowed to go below the plane's X. Additionally, the car's X is not allowed to go above a certain X either, otherwise known as the Rocket League's ceiling. This also applies for X, Y, and Z on the walls in the game as well. This collision mask is on the cars, ground, and goals of the game. This is known as a collision barrier, and it determines where solid objects are within the game. The ball has one too, but we'd go way past algebra to cover the ball. Primarily trigonometry, calculus, and geometry, because we'd be dealing with the shape of the ball, the direction of the ball, and it's just a whole lot of math my brain is not really ready to cover just yet. Anyway, so more specifically, the car's actual shape is made up of different collision barriers so that it doesn't look like something odd when we hit the ball. How believable is a soccer game when we just have a box and we're hitting a ball? Oh, wait a minute, that's Pong. So now that we know that the goal, car, and fields are covered with these collision barriers, there's one more collision mask that we're missing. We often call this one a score mask, or whatever we want to call this, but I like to call it a score mask. It doesn't really have a name because it's just seen as a collision mask since we don't really render any art for it. This goes in front of the goal for the game, and it works similar to the X, Y, and Z rules of a collision barrier, with one key exception. Its goal is not to stop objects from moving through it, but to count the object that goes through it. If this ball goes past this Y and Z coordinates, then count 1 for the first team. If it goes past the other coordinates, then count 1 for the opposing team. Alright, so we've got our collision barriers for the cars and ground and goals, and now we have our score masks for our goals. Maybe we'll cover character movements one day, but for today, we know how Rocket League works and why it is Pong remastered. Until next time.